contract. I'm working with Vetra to track down prosthetic gel and those other items we discussed.
You're too good to me, Doc.
Nothing for me. Playing favorites, Lexi? What? No? So we have a stowaway.
You mean PB?
She's decided to set up in one of the escape pods. You don't need a psychologist to tell you that one's got commitment issues.
How did you get into medicine?
My mum was a dancer on Omega. Dad was about... I'd patch him up after busy nights. They put every credit they earned.
Are they here in Healy?
No. Both died in a turf war. Made leaving the Milky Way behind easier.
How do you think the crew is holding up?
I'm happy to share what I can without violating patient... Anyone in particular? I sort them in their files, and my brain by species.
Is PB all right?
She's avoiding me. Probably thinks I'll poke her with a needle if she...
To be fair, you're always giving me...
Not in the hallway.
Tell me about Vetra.
Vetra's used to having someone to pet. I think that's why she's so resourceful and likes providing for... That being said, I think she could use a little me time.
How's our son?
He's quite the gossip. Tight-lipped about himself, though.
Is Drac good?
That old bastard's always good. I've never met anyone who can be so stubborn and so appreciative. Could you look out for him, Ryder?
Don't worry, Lexi. I'll keep an eye on him.
Thank you. And maybe don't mention I asked?
Thanks for the insight. How do you think the crew is holding up?
I'm happy to share. Anyone in particular? I sort them in their files, and my brain by...
How do you think
There's a lot of them.
How's Cora doing?
She expected to follow in his footsteps. Just because she trusts his judgment doesn't mean she's not confused. Or hurt.
Gil?
Gil likes to use humor as a defense. He'd rather bury himself in the Nomad than tackle emotions head-on.
Suvi okay?
She's remarkably adaptive. I'm kind of jealous.
How's Liam?
A handful. Every time I patch him up, he breaks something. Liam's we can't lose attitude is commendable. But I worry how he'll react when something does go wrong.
I'd like to check...
Ask away.
Thanks for the insight.
Anyone in particular? I sort them in their files.
Why do you sort them that way?
Just easier for me to see patterns in behavior.
Thanks for the insight. I'll let you get back to...
I'll be here if you need me.
Report from the Nexus. Population's growing as people wake up. Lots of hopefuls waiting for a home.
Bradley will have all the help he can take.
They'll be starting crops soon. Can't tell if they have enough water or too much. I grew up on a little cargo freighter. Only saw gardens in vids, but I always loved them. I daydreamed about planting a big rose garden when we got here and still imagine it sometimes. Roses in Helios.
It'd be good to bring something beautiful across galaxies.
Everyone in the initiative has their something beautiful. I didn't for a while. After I left the Asari Commandos, well, I didn't leave. My mentor, Nasira, said I should go.
Why?
The initiative would suit you better, was all she said. Being a huntress suited me fine, but she insisted.
It sounds like she cared more about what you needed than about what you wanted.
I didn't need to be rejected. Still, that's familiar. When your biotics are honed into Huntress-grade weapons, people can be weird about it. The initiative seemed better. Just didn't see how I'd fit into their brave new galaxy. I never fit anywhere before. Then I met some jerk named Ryder. Talked about traveling to Andromeda like he was teaching you how to see it.
What part of that vision made you want to take the plunge?
A civilization where everyone had a place, even AI, or an overpowered human biotic. Your father said, I get being different. Now imagine being welcome and making others like you welcome too. When I was 13, I could warp a steel girder. He made me wonder, what if someone had told me that's okay?
He gave you a dream to work toward. He was good at that.
Who doesn't want to belong? Especially somewhere like the Initiative. So I gave the Initiative my all. Kept thinking of the niche I wanted. My rose garden. I thought I knew what I was going to be.
This is about not taking over as Pathfinder?
Didn't think it would still sting. Nasira, your father, even my parents. They leave, I'm left without answers. Nowhere to stand.
I get that. We've all had a lot of disappointments lately.
You're doing well. For having no training, being your second isn't so bad. And if that remnant tech pays off, maybe someday I'll have roses too. Ryder?
Any more command?
Tethys was our sniper. She was old. Didn't show. Once saw her hit an Elcor in the eye from 2 clicks away.
That's a little...
She was. Always seemed to be hiding something. But she kept us safe.
Any more?
Not just now. I'll try to remember a good one.
See...
Where's my data pad?
You're setting up in here, huh?
Yeah, I'm going through what we got out of that vault. If I can crack this data storage box, it'll help with a personal project back on the Nexus. This is a nice, out-of-the-way place where I can tinker, and I can sleep anywhere. It's not exactly homey, but I like that about it. Not really looking for a home. Oh, but I will help you find everyone a home. While I'm with you, at least.
Should I consider you a temporary...
Everything's temporary. I get it. You want to know who's on your ship, so you're here to figure out what makes me tick, right?
Something like that? Sure.
Well, I was born in a log cabin on rural Haitiana to simple but loving parents, just trying to... I look forward, not back, Ryder. Why snooze? Get to know me out in the field while we're That's why I'm here. Got tired of yawning back home.
You left everything and everyone you knew because you were bored?
No, I came with someone I knew. Then she got bored with me. Ryder, the Milky Way was so... been there, done that. Even if there's one thing you should know about me, it's that I live for the unknown. For the never been done.
That's just the one thing you want me to know about.
Let's start with that. Buy me a drink sometime. Who knows? I need remnant scrap. Remtech, I call it. For projects like the one I met. Promise to bring me what you scrounge, and I'll...
Remtech, huh?
You again. Want to hear more about my childhood log cabin?
So how do you like the team?
Interesting bunch. I get a good feeling from Vetra. Liam seems a lively one. I expect he'll surprise me. Drek is, well...
What about...
Gil smacks of complication. Might take some unraveling. Callow and Suvi seem busy. I hope they are. Who's...
Well, there's...
Oh, right. Cora. What's her deal? Is she as prim and proper as she comes across?
She's exactly what she should be. Capable, reliable.
Sure.
There's also Lexi, our doctor.
Oh, I'll get around to her. All in all, seems like a decent bunch.
You really won't tell me...
That's right. Next question.
What was it like for you on the Nexus?
Well, I wasn't supposed to be woken up yet. A resource... So I kind of lived off the grid. Snuck around, bullshitted my way. After I found my first remnant ruin, After that, I didn't spend much time on the Nexus. I even missed most of the revolt.
You mentioned you came to Andromeda.
Nothing gets by you. Guess just a friend. The one who woke me up early. It's better to venture into the unknown without restraints or entanglements, don't you think?
I don't know. Don't friends and loved ones make...
I've always been self-motivated. Don't need much more than curiosity to drive me forward.
What drew you to the...
There's so much to discover. And the tech, it's on a different scale. If we can appropriate it, who knows what advances we'll make.
You're off the hook, PB. Good.
Thanks. Don't be a stranger.
Scans of the Scourge. All that dark energy twisting and turning on itself. It's splendid.
It's dangerous. And that's all I see. A mass of destructive, malevolent tentacles.
I can appreciate the colors of a coral snake while recognizing that I wouldn't want to get close. Helios is incredible, isn't it? Not just constructs like the Scourge and the Remnant Vaults. Just all of it. So alien. A constant reminder of the divine intelligence behind all creation.
You mean... a god?
Yes, I believe in a higher power. I know it's a little odd, but I am a scientist because science brings me closer to something greater than myself.
There's nothing about the universe that suggests a divine intelligence. And most of what we've seen in Helios is artificial, as you said yourself.
Yes, but we're creative beings. Whoever made the Remnant was too. Why should that be proof against a god? Wouldn't a true creator want to pass on the drive to invent?
You are welcome to your beliefs. It's good to have different voices on the team.
Excellent. Oh, speaking of the team, I should update the folks back in the Nexus with the latest reports. We'll talk later.
Hello, Gil. When are you cleaning up that repair on the sensor console?
I'm not. It's a redesign.
A redesign? Without a trained crew?
I'm trained and it's working great. Don't be so uptight.
Everything okay?
Oh, fine. Fine. Don't worry about it. What can I do for you?
I couldn't help overhearing you and Gil. It sounded pretty heated.
He likes redesigning things, but the ship was built this way for a reason. I wish Gil would respect that. It's nothing to concern yourself about, really.
If you helped to build the Tempest, you must...
Just about everything. By memory. It was quite the effort to get her working. The initiative needed absolutely up-to-date technology, which we all had to coordinate.
Acquire?
Buy. Legally and above board, of course. Yes. Sadly, the other Pathfinder vessels were lost when the Scourge hit the Nexus. The Tempest is truly unique.
Tell me something else about the ship.
Her engine's based on the Ark's Odyssey drive, which got... The core takes the static electricity it generates and stores it in... It took Serena and Tion weeks to get it working on a smaller ship. And a few electrical shocks.
Tell me something else about the...
Our aerospace engineer was Tianada Vasmore, a Quarian. Once, some Omega scrap dealer pulled the "we don't sell to Quarians" nonsense. Tion... He glued a memory foam to his environmental suit, then, during the negotiations, leaned against the drive core. It made a perfect mold of the components, and the scrap dealer was none the wiser.
Tell me something else about the ship.
The glass on board? It's actually a clear oxide and nanofiber...
How tough is it? We're only an arm's length away from
Our testing involved 3 drunk Krogan with sledgehammers and a C-Sec battering ram. It's sturdy.
Tell me something else about the ship.
O'Connell, our systems designer, was running a power distribution, but he forgot to lock his terminal and For 2 days, poor O'Connell was convinced that turning on all the bathroom lights would overload the engine core.
Tell me something else about the...
I'm all out of stories for now. Sorry. You'll have to make some new ones.
You know, I have...
Careful. Depending who you ask, we're conniving spies, genius... We have to pack a lot of living into 40-odd years. Everything gets accelerated. Lines blur. I just hope we don't repeat our old mistakes out here.
What do you think of the rest of the crew?
Well, I can't talk about Suvi. She's sitting right there.
I'm not listening. You can say whatever you like.
Oh no, I'm not falling for that again.
What do you think of the rest of the...
I'll admit it. Gil's rather irritating.
He likes to do...
That doesn't make it the right way.
What do you think of the rest?
Liam's quite fun. Not many humans. I probably shouldn't have told him there are secret compartments in the armory, though. He's been looking all day.
What do you think of the rest?
Dr. Tapero seems nice, if quiet. It must be very different here, compared to the Hyperion. Fewer people in stasis shock.
Let's keep it that way. What do you think of the rest of the crew?
Given Drax's history with Solarians, it's probably... Too bad. That grunion roast he makes smells delicious.
What do you think of the rest of the crew?
I like PB. But I really hope she doesn't lean on the escape pods.
Is that easy?
It's an escape pod. If it's difficult to use, you're doing it wrong.
What do you think of the rest of the crew?
Vetra's very kind. She actually got hold of some dried seaweed snacks for me. Said I needed feeding up.
What do you think of...
I don't talk to Cora much. There are things I'd like to ask her about your father, but it never seems like a good time.
What do you think of the rest?
Oh, if I gossip anymore, I'll get in trouble.
I saw pictures of the vault, and how much of it didn't you see? What if it's way bigger? What's all that space for?
With what it has to do, it could go thousands of miles below the surface of the planet.
Or completely span it. An underground... Just a thought, of course. The Remnant builders, whoever, whatever they were, accomplished something far beyond us.
When did you start believing?
My parents were both scientists. My home was rural. Let's just say that while other kids found Batarian music...
But your work at...
convinced me even more. Especially the patterns I kept seeing over and over. God, to me, is an artist. An inventor. Not someone checking to see if I brush my teeth.
I take it you work closely with the Nexus science team?
I tried to keep in contact with them. We discuss anything. After all, many brains are better than one. And Dr. Aridana is worth two. I work best when I have other people to bounce ideas off of.
I'm still fuzzy about how we managed to see Andromeda.
It confused me too. I mean, the light lag would have made any data 2 million years. So I asked Dr. Aridana, and she told me, well, it wasn't her tech.
You're kidding. Those killer robots?
Those exact ones. The initiative obtained data from an array in deep space. According to Aridana, the Geth rebuilt a mass relay and turned the approach corridor into an FTL.
A what now?
We don't know why the Geth were interested in observing beyond the galaxy, though. Maybe we'll never know.
How did the initiative even get its hands on Geth knowledge?
I don't know, Ryder. Maybe I don't want to know.
What do you know about the Remnant's terraforming network?
From what I can tell, the vault is designed to adjust climate, pH of the soil, atmosphere composition. If we can figure out how to control the vaults, we could turn these worlds into perfect habitats.
What do you know about the Scourge?
We established that it's artificial, or they did something that we don't know why. That's still a mystery.
I should get back to things.
Hello, Scott. EOS has been a lesson in contrast. Alec Ryder rarely endured doubt. His accomplishments were taken for granted. But you succeeded on EOS, despite doubt and fear. Emotionally, the difference is like catching a ball versus catching a star. You have grown as a result, and so have I.
How are those...
Why is it so hard?
I don't...
Because it's a rare medium. Well done.
How are those jokes coming?
I am formulating a new one.
Thanks, Sam. Hey, little guy.
Makes you wish for a tail that lets you hang upside down. Oh, maybe that's just me.
Don't give the Pathfinder too much trouble. Oh, Rushan.
Who are you talking to?
Kesh, Nexus Superintendent, thinks she can boss me around just because she's my granddaughter.
Well, welcome to the Tempest. Trouble's what we do.
Ha! I like the way you think, kid.
Someone somewhere shivered when I said that.
Probably Tan. Damn politicians.
Is that all you brought?
You travel lean when supplies are tight and you're on your own.
Leaving the Nexus can't have been an easy choice.
It was, actually. Staying became impossible. After the mutiny happened, it was either buckle under Tan's rules or start our own colony. Easy choice. Bad consequences all around.
Not all Krogan left. Your granddaughter stayed.
Good thing she did. Without my Rushan, you wouldn't have had much of a station to tie your ship to. As for me, I'm way more useful out here. Lots to shoot at, for one.
Your people come first.
Keeping Kesh and our colony safe will always be my top priority. That's why I'm happy to tag along, help make this galaxy a little more hospitable.
Can't argue with that.
Ryder, you meet Spender yet? Colonial Affairs, the ass in Assistant Director. Got no idea why Addison... Spender lied to the Krogan during the uprising, and he's headed out for... He's up to something. I just can't prove it. We should pay him a visit on the Nexus.
Got any stories or...
Does a pyjak scratch its butt?
Anything about the Ket? Or combat?
Well, common Ket are pretty straightforward. Hit them hard enough, they die like anything else. Wraiths are sneaky little shits, like to ghost up behind you when you least expect. Just listen for them. They tend to give themselves away. Break through their head plates, then a headshot should do the trick.
Tell me more.
Destined are annoying. Quick. Got some crazy mist that hides them from view. Take a Destined down, and that mist goes away. Perfect for grenade practice.
Tell me more about...
There's just something wrong. The absolute single-mindedness.
Tell me more about fight...
So, Chosen. It's not good to let too many of them. If they hit your shields, take a step back. Let me handle them. Bet you anything they're not used to being rushed by a Krogan.
Tell me more about fighting Ket.
Fire and explosives are good against or anything, really.
Generally? There's...
Ha, there sure is.
You mentioned that people
Me and my outfit were pinned down during a skirmish with another merc. Saw it pull off my usual stunt, charge ahead and pop my flamethrower and get ready to let go. Turns out, I crashed through a shipment of Turian brandy on my way in. Never even noticed I was on fire. But they sure did. Never seen a pack of mercs panic that badly before.
Tell me more.
Pop that little orb, then shoot him in the head, just like anything else.
Tell me more about fighting Ket.
Fiends, kid. Even I'm not gonna mess with those at close range. Shoot them into red, fleshy bits, or I guess in the face if you can't flank them.
Tell me more about
Shoot stuff and don't die. Always works for me.
Tell me more about...
Shoot stuff and don't die. Always works for me.
What's it like to have Kesh as a granddaughter?
Kesh is my Rushan, child of my... Damn proud of her, too. She did good, even with me for a granddad.
I'm still getting to know her.
There's no Krogan like my Rushan. She's worth knowing.
Did Lexi brief you on SAM and squad connectivity?
Yeah. You want to hook that thing up to my comms, sure, but that's where it stops. Putting an AI in your head, giving it access to everything like that, it's begging for trouble.
Why do you say that?
I've seen what bots can do when they turn on. Been in some of those fights. There's a reason that...
Yeah. I was dismissed from the Alliance when news of what my dad was researching.
No shit. Ruined the...
Almost. Sam is part of what makes someone a Pathfinder. You're just gonna have to deal with that.
So long as it's not in my head and it ain't messing with my body.
I'd like to know more about you.
Fire away.
So, about all this combat experience you have, I'd love some details.
Ha! The list will be shorter if you ask me what experience I don't have. I've been doing this for a long time now, centuries, shit, well over 1,000 years. Don't even know how I'm still alive, to be honest.
Skill?
You need luck to be a merc. Skill, sure. And a really hard head.
How did you and Vetra meet?
Huh, that's right. Your father brought you into the... Must have been a pretty steep learning curve.
You could say that.
You make do with what you get. Anyway, I met Vetra. She swiped supplies I was trying to get for Ket. I tried to intimidate her into turning them over to me, and let me tell you, that Turian takes shit from no one.
I have no problems believing...
Yeah, but here's the best part. She waited until I saw her again in Kesh's office, no less. They're both still laughing at me over that.
Tell me more about the Krogan
My clan's there. We also got some scouts looking for any... Got a decent setup going. Self-sustainable. The works. Even some...
Farming?
Food's food. Just because we can eat anything doesn't mean we gotta settle for scraps. I'm pretty fond of Corcrow roots myself. Takes a while to chew through those.
Why did the Krogan leave the Nexus?
The Nexus got us Krogan to stop the mutiny. Spender, Addison's assistant, lied about the deal, and Tan came down. Kesh is alone on that station now.
Do you think Kesh can handle...
Kesh can handle anything. Thing is, he was part of the mutiny, I know he was. A lot of people...
So what's my...
Things need to get sorted out, and my clan needs to get back on station. Without... Way I see it, you're probably the best one for that job.
We can talk more later.
Sure.
Hey, one last...
Yeah?
Is everyone a kid?
Ha, when you get to be my age, yeah, pretty much.
Where'd you hear that?
The little Brody told her.
A gloating Brody. It was a close game.
Did give me a better game than Drac. Not saying much.
Watch it.
Forget him. Let's get a game going with everyone else to hone our skills and take him out.
Let's do it. Hey, Costa, want in on this?
No thanks. I need my creds. And my clothes. And both my kidneys.
Terraforming, Atmo processors, gravity wells, life-destroying murder bubbles. We really had no idea what Helios was about, did we?
Someone had to know. Maybe they just...
Did your father?
I'm not sure.
I'm just saying. I really hope you have a plan, Ryder.
The plan's the same. We find a home.
Keep that drive. Makes me... I mean, we have to make it. The alternative is not even worth thinking about.
You probably have work.
You know where to find me.
Prodromos. We started Pathfinder. A new life. That is goddamn brilliant.
Just wondering what you think of how I'm doing at the job.
I'm committed to the initiative. You're Pathfinder. It's as simple as it gets. I know it.
Hey, Ryder. What's the story?
Good talk.
Anytime.
A secure outpost. Finally. fail, the Nexus starves. No pressure, right?
So everything we do now
Those
relies on
remnant
civilians
vaults,
planning
all
it.
those secrets. I have to go exploring in one someday.
Imagine flying through one. Now that would be a real hazard course. Familiar territory.
The Nexus has been here for months. Still not enough time to survey it all.
Pathfinder, is it true? We're settling Eos.
We've thought that before.
But Eos is different now, right? Pathfinder.
All right, settle down. Give him space. Lieutenant Syax, Kendros' aide. They all wanted to see you. Real hope again. It's been a while.
Relax, Lieutenant. If there was ever a day to pop some champagne.
Certainly. The initiative's finally back on track.
Professor Herrick, right?
What you achieved with that remnant vault is unprecedented, Pathfinder. Impossible. But with new scientific talent waking up, we'll unravel those mysteries. The whole Nexus will benefit.
We've taken some hard knocks, but this proves we'll always get up again.
Always.
Well, what are you waiting for? There's a new world out there.
Thank you, Ryder.
I tried.
Watch your tone. You saw what happened to the Krogan. Your incompetence isn't my problem. Just do your job.
What do you want?
Whatever's going on, it's not fair to take it out on me.
Apologies, you're right. This is not your fault.
He was pretty abusive towards you. Is that...
Yes, he's horrible.
Why?
He's always like that. Making bad decisions, driving the Krogan away, treating people like scum when no one's watching.
You'd think your boss would have the power to do something.
She hates Spender, but there's only one of her, and she can't always be around to deal with him. Things have gotten so bad that Kesh had to literally kick him out of engineering.
How literal are we talking here?
Boot to ass. Oh, it was glorious. We need him gone, but as incompetent as Spender is at his job, he's insanely good at keeping it. Kesh can tell you more.
Don't shove the crate off the...
Keeping tabs on things back here?
Yeah, I try to watch what's going on while we're away, but it's nice to check in person.
And being an ass.
Going well, I hope.
As well as it can go with them. Tiny steps. Damn, Ryder, you just missed. One of the alarms malfunctioned, and we... It didn't take long to figure it out, but in that time, they managed to scramble at least half the station's defenses.
That's quick. They've been...
Something like that. My point is, they've got their act together.
Don't hesitate to share them.
Should I apply?
Hey, Ryder. We headed out soon?
Go down there, then I can stuck here.
How may I assist?
That's all.
Hi, I'm Gian Garson, founder of the initiative. Welcome to the Nexus. We ask that you spend a few short minutes going through immigration processing, then we'll have you on your way. We appreciate your patience. I'm Gian Garson, founder of the initiative. On behalf of the Nexus, I welcome you to the Cultural Center. Please have a look around. We hope you'll enjoy learning about the rich...
It's an honor to meet you, citizen of Andromeda. My people are the Turians. It will be a privilege to tell you about them.
Okay.
Public works serve as a focal point of our society. We believe it's our duty to better our species.
Where do you come?
Turians live on a planet known as Power. The atmosphere's weak metal. Our signature carapace, the hard exterior shell you see on Turians, is actually metal. It protects us from the intense rays of Power's sun.
What's Turian history?
The history of my people is proof that peace eventually wins out. When Turians first met humans, there was a myth, but with patience and restraint, humans, we look forward to doing the same in Andromeda. The pleasure of meeting you has been mine. One that I hope...
The Nexus is a place of friendship and cooperation.
Welcome, native of Andromeda. My people are known as Asari. It would be my pleasure to tell...
Okay.
Very well. Asari are the... Among my people, diplomacy and cooperation are prized over war or conflict.
Where do you come?
Asari come from a planet known as Thessia, which is a thriving world blessed with prosperity and peace. With the high concentration of element zero on Thessia, Asari evolved powerful biotic abilities. It is considered a hallmark of our species.
What's Asari?
In the ensuing centuries, Asari placed great value. Due to our lifespan, sometimes reaching 1,000 years of age, we are patient in our decisions and prefer long-term solutions. Farewell. We look forward...
Don't hesitate to speak with one of our friendly peace ambassadors.
Hi there. Thanks for stopping by. I'm a Krogan. Are you interested in hearing more about my people?
Okay.
It comes from living on a harsh world. We're a species that knows how to thrive, even under the worst conditions.
Where do you...
But it gave us our... or 4 testicles.
Where do you come...
An ugly rock called Tachanka. No sense lying. It's not a planet most people want to visit. We had predators, nasty... But it gave us our identity. Forced us to a debt. How many species do you know that have a pair of spare... or 4 testicles?
What's Krogan history like?
Colorful, you might say. Growing up in our neighborhood, only the top. You'll hear stories, so no sense covering it up. It once had a great society. It's why a lot of Krogan are here in Andromeda now. They're the smart ones, the ones looking for peace and a fair start. Thanks for...
This is an image of the Citadel, considered the seat of government for many civilized races in the Milky Way galaxy. Here, the Council deliberates on matters of state. It is a champion of the...
Greetings, inhabitant of Andromeda. I'm a Solarian. I'd be pleased to tell you more about my species. Solarians are considered among the brightest scientific... We're known for our quick thinking, technological savvy, and intellectual powers of deduction.
Where do you come?
Solarians originate from a world known as Surkesh. It's true. As an amphibious species, we're at home in Surkesh's lush jungles. But with our technological advancements, we can adapt to nearly any. We look forward to studying the wonders of Andromeda and the rich diversity our galaxy has to offer.
What's...
From time to time, we also guided other species, such as the Krogan. It's our belief that the careful application of science and intellect is the key to... It's been my pleasure.
Hello there. I'm a human being. If you'd like to know more about my people, just ask.
Okay.
Good to hear. Humanity is a diverse species. Yet we don't let those differences come between us. We'd rather celebrate our diversity, rather than fight over it.
Where do you...
Humans come from a planet called Earth. It's a beautiful blue world. It's also an oasis of biological diversity. Scientists calculate Earth contains nearly 9 million unique animal and plant species.
What's human history like?
Humanity is a young people compared to many of the other Milky Way races. But what we lack in age, we make up for. We'd like to think we can teach our fellow travelers a few new tricks.
This is Ark Hyperion, one of several ships that made the long voyage. This is an outpost for Milky Way colonists arriving in your galaxy. They come seeking a fresh start in Andromeda, yearning only for a land they can call home. If you encounter
How did you
an
get this?
outpost, feel free to drop by and say hello. Your new neighbors are eager
The
to
idea
make
of meeting
friends.
new people, seeing how they've evolved, adapted to life's challenges. I couldn't resist.
What goes...
The Cultural Center is a place where they can learn more about the Milky Way. We're just getting everything ready. Hopefully it won't be long before we have our first visitors.
Have you heard anything?
Unfortunately, yes. Now, I'd hoped our encounters would be peaceful.
Thanks.
And when you have a sec...
Don't hesitate to speak with one of our friendly peace.
Welcome to the Cultural Exchange Center. Please have
They're happy.
You are looking at an image of the Milky Way, the original system of the colonists now arriving in Andromeda. Home to countless life forms, the Milky Way is a galaxy where friendship and peace are held in the highest regard.
I thought you might like to hear more about our planet.
This spirit of enlightenment.
But I want to
They
put
look
your
forward
mind
to
at
making
ease.
your acquaintance.
Seeing our art.
What are you...
We're pilgrims who simply want to live in peace. But we understand trust needs to be earned, no matter what galaxy you're in. And the initiative looks for...
What?
Our own Milky Way is just... And speaking for myself, the thought of exploring those mysteries and then, on behalf of my fellow...
Wouldn't it be more practical to build these vaults from the surface?
Finder Rider, if you will.
Brack and I engineered massive underground construction a millennium ago. These remnant fellows probably had the same idea. Wouldn't mind a seismometer reading, though. Sam, any chance?
Hello, Pathfinder. A moment?
What can I do for you, Doctor?
I have a math problem. Some vital equations. They concern strange transmission patterns in the Scourge. Perhaps random noise, perhaps not. Given the complexity and the security implication, I have them on an optical storage disk.
I'll see if I have...
Thank you, Pathfinder. The beauty of the cosmos unfolds in your planet scans, Pathfinder.
Do you have some?
I want to craft a model of the cluster for them, accurate and splendid from your data. Add more scans to improve it, and I will...
As sleepers wake from stasis, the initiative requires blood.
That's your flag, everyone. Things are shaping up, Pathfinder. Resources flowing in, sleepers ready to head out. It's starting to feel like the initiative. Not quite up to the cell. Feels good, right?
I feel it, Liam.
There we go. Getting our shit together. Showing a new galaxy that we... If I keep saying it... Ryder?
Another one! Damn it! This is supposed to be the chemistry lab. You all keep crawling out of the woodwork like...
You say that, Dutch, but here you are, pouring people...
Hi.
They're guinea pigs, damn it! Chemists should have not have their labs taken over by people giving them things and being nice.
Aren't bartenders usually friendly?
I'm not supposed to be a bartender?
Don't let Dutch put you off. He's a...
I'm not. Damn right they are. Yeah. I'm a dirty squirrel. You're back.
People happen.
I'll have to get used to you too. Bye.
Scott.
Be careful. The snark is strong with that one.
Snark is good. I can work with Snark.
Ugh. You're one of those.
Looks like you're outnumbered, Dutch.
You'd think people would reconsider picking on the guy making the drinks, but no. Speaking of, wanna try this one? I'm going to call it the Tall Moose.
Hey, I was wondering if you could help me out. It's for the good of the bar.
Lay it on me.
So, folks try and help and all, but we have a... Keep an eye out for anything interesting we could use.
So, Dutch gets ingredients.
Exactly.
You again. Oh, I mean, hello.
Oh, Dutch, look at you.
Things are fine. It's people I don't like. They talk back.
They can't talk if they're busy drinking.
That's just brilliant. I can do that. Wait, you're messing with me, huh?
I would never.
Right. Here. The drink. Not you. Drink of the hour is a lucky leprechaun. Wanna give it a shot? I forget where the ingredients are from.
Why not? What's the worst that could happen?
Excellent. You again.
Welcome back.
Just when I've balanced the air mix, another Yahoo has... Aren't you the Pathfinder? Dr. Camden, head of hydroponic sciences. Mind the seedlings.
Are you always this rude?
Only when a mistake.
What do you mean?
Hydroponics is our... We almost lost it all during the mutiny. Now it's my responsibility.
I know what surprise, responsibility can...
So I hear. I need samples of Andromeda's plant. Bring me any plants you find.
Power outages make no sense.
What's the trouble?
I've got power shortages throughout the station. I can't rely... Oh, whoa, you're the Pathfinder. Hey, sorry, please ignore me. You've got way more important things to do.
Power to the Nexus is pretty...
That's great. There are obvious short circuits cropping up all over the place.
There's a power short here. We could scan the area.
Thanks for nothing, education.
We can start building a bank of vaccines once we get more biomaterial.
It's that skirt I'm wondering about. Standard calling radiation shield.
Oh, hello, Pathfinder.
Did you fill out those request forms like I asked?
I tried. It's like they spawned. I have friends at the station now. Why would I leave?
The human Pathfinder has died. Alec Ryder was killed after touching down on Habitat 7 in the Erickson system. Ryder's son has reportedly replaced him as Pathfinder, taking command of the Tempest in the ongoing search for a home in Andromeda. This is HNS.
This is Addison. Our first outpost.
There's puke on the floor.
I hear you went down to EOS. Did you find anything to help my case?
An enemy blast to the back killed the chief. Your shot missed.
What? You're kidding me. Thank the spirits. This is great.
Hold on there. The chief's Omni tool recorded you over the body. Sam, playback.
Sorry, old friend. Had to do it. I'm not dying on this rock. Shit.
Not only did you think you killed him, you meant to.
But you just said I didn't, so it doesn't matter, right? The conviction will have to be overturned. The sentence thrown out.
Director Tan will determine what's to be done. You did try to cover it all up.
Look, I'm sorry I lied, but if my shot missed, I'm innocent. Plain and simple.
We'll see about that.
Apex personnel, please check your duty roster for important updates.
Hello again. Hello. Director Tan is expecting you.
Last time I was here, this was a storage closet.
Pathfinder Hall just needed a Pathfinder to open.
We're still getting the commons area ready. Hydroponics is only at partial capacity.
Not good enough.
We don't have enough people. My workers need a break, Tan.
I sympathize, but not until our survival is no longer at risk. Now please excuse me while I meet with our Pathfinder. Hey, Ryder. Addison told me about the outpost. You're the hero of the hour.
Let's hold off on the celebration. We haven't found home yet.
Oh, there's no need for modesty. Success affords leverage over those.
And you're my best friend?
A patron. One who shares your vision of a prosperous future.
Due respect, Director Tan, but
Oh, I think I do. Your ingenuity, deciphering the vault, alien terraforming, it's not how we imagine, and a great one hangs it on the wall. Yours are the first trophies to grace Pathfinder Hall. You're a symbol now, Ryder. A reason for people to believe.
It wouldn't have been possible without my crew. They're
But you're their...
Careful. You'll end up adopting you, Ryder.
Ah, my staff.
Colleagues, you wouldn't be looking to cut us out, would you, Tan?
I remind you, I am the director of the initiative.
Acting director.
This isn't the time for arguing over who gets to be king. Too much is at stake. We should be cooperating.
That's what I've been saying since we arrived.
Then I look forward to winning our Pathfinder support.
I have concerns about your decision on EOS, Ryder. An outpost full of scientists won't do as much good if the Kett attack.
But it will help support the Nexus. Improved research could help feed our people.
And we could argue about it all day long, as we always do. The decision was made. Now we move on. What is your plan for moving on, Ryder?
We have a lead on the terraforming network. I need to take the Tempest deeper into the sector to investigate. If the other Golden Worlds are where they should be, this could get us closer to them.
Careful. The Kett are scouring the cluster for remnant technology. You'll end up in a fight for sure. You might also run into exiles. They didn't leave the Nexus on good terms.
And we still need more outposts. They're important to expanding the station.
Though with Ark still missing, this could be a chance for Ryder to search for them. Yes, I think that's best. You have my permission.
I wasn't really asking for it.
Of course. I support that kind of enthusiasm.
Right.
Ryder, this is Harry, back on the Ark.
Go ahead.
We may have found a way to talk to your sister, sort of. Drop by when you can. Hyperion Medbay.
Will do.
The human Pathfinder has died.
Pathfinder, we are to contact Director Addison as soon as possible.
Right. She had something that could help with our job.
Pathfinder, taking command of the Tempest in the ongoing search for a home in Andromeda. This is Agent F. Top scientists have a few answers. Dark energy anomaly.
Whole mood of the Nexus has changed since new outpost, a Pathfinder's help, people waking up. It's a fresh start.
Can't relax yet.
And that, but it's damn good to know we're on. Must be great to see all your hard work on display.
Any logistics updates are due within the hour.
Guess this is your place now. Everything we achieve will be seen here.
How? We brought all that equipment along.
And the Tempest readings are helping, but we've just scratched the surface.
The history of the initiative cannot show that we were defeated by a space cloud.
Some things are bigger than we are.
I will not accept that excuse. This is science, and your merry band over there are scientists, aren't they? Figure it out.
Goodbye, Director.
Ryder, you're off to a promising start. I meant what I said. You are a... Though I worry about...
It's like nothing we've ever seen. It's clear somebody had...
But...
Not sure yet.
But... Did you have some other business?
Director, I checked out that murder. Nilken didn't do it.
This is unfortunate. We're trying to give the people a sense of stability, leadership they think they can count on. And we're setting precedent for justice here in Andromeda. Now this, a convicted murderer who didn't commit the murder.
These things are almost never black and white.
I know. If we suppress the evidence and uphold the conviction, we're banishing a man for a crime he technically didn't commit. If we throw the conviction out, we're freeing a man who tried to take matters into his own hands, then covered it up. Your investigation complicated this. You should take responsibility for the outcome. Do we still exile him for murder?
It was crazy down there. Life and death. But his shot didn't kill Reynolds. We have to let him go.
You're a bottom line type of person. I hope we don't regret it. All right, so be it. He will do community service for his role in the chaos. But he's a free man. Well, at least we'll have the sordid business behind us. Something I can help you with?
That's all.
I'm...
Well, old man, we're getting there. Put in a good word for us.
How many times have I told you this story?
343.
Wait, what? You've been keeping count? Rusha, that's not funny.
Maintenance crews, please report to the commons area.
Pathfinder, I believe you found the culprit responsible for the power shortages.
Alert Professor Herrick to come secure it.
Any logistics updates are due within the hour.
Ryder, can you believe this place?
One space station, slightly dented?
You should have seen it a year ago. It was more than just... Tan can't kick me off the station now, and it's been nice seeing my granddaughter again.
You really did miss her while you were...
I really... Cash can handle herself just fine.
Pathfinder, thanks for helping Rob.
You sure look thoughtful.
Just thinking about the first time Cash got her hands on a toolkit.
Care to share? I have a feel...
You don't have to. Let's see, the first time, yeah, it was our power generator.
Wouldn't that cause short?
You can imagine what it was like when she figured out the cracking open bigger.
We need that console up and running, Cash.
Understood. I'll send an engineer to your office as soon as possible. In the meantime, I sent you some jury rig instructions.
Hey,
Try
Ryder.
that, let me know how it works. What? How can we be out of those materials?
I don't know. Ben's looking into it. Don't worry, probably just another computer glitch.
Vetra never had these glitches.
That's because Vetra kept it all in her head. We mere mortals aren't as good at that.
Dell told me you saw her arguing with Spender. Pyjack's doing his best to throttle my department.
How's he getting away with that?
Spender doesn't know the first thing about engineering, but he knows how to play people. More importantly, he still talks to the exiles. I'm sure of it. I just can't prove it without your help.
This needs to be investigated.
I'm glad someone thinks so. Talk to Kandros. He likely has security footage, some kind of evidence. But you'll have to convince him to authorize release.
Nothing more for now.
See you later.
Hydroponics reports oxygen production is nominal.
The mutiny went as well as you'd
Pathfinder,
expect.
do you have just
so
a
much
minute?
violence. Then, after nearly
Hi. The documentary's going great. Your director Tan loved the first broadcast. Sent a
Thanks.
Scientists are excited about your new outpost, though there are questions about how prodromos can survive where Sites 1 and 2 failed.
I gave Prodromos the best start a Pathfinder could, but we can't predict...
Probably not the rah-rah quote Tan. Facing those risks must be stressful. How do you relax between missions?
My crew and I take downtime together.
This is history too, these little shots of this remnant tech, some narration, that completes... But footage of that remnant bolt's field...
No, it isn't what we wanted, but what...
Please address concerns first with Director Addison.
I know. Spender, you have a job. If you want to keep it, do it.
God damn it.
You've shaken things up, Pathfinder. And you have new tools to help grow the initiative. AVP, ready for spending.
Sam said there was new function.
It's how the initiative was designed to... You and your team are out there making Andromeda hit a threshold. A new cryo... Want more focus on research, like on... Brecker will introduce the interface and handle minutia. All you need to do is no pressure.
Hello, Pathfinder. I am Cryo Deployment Administrator. Your first task is to decide irrevocably the course of
Whoa, that seems...
Yes, of course. But now you respect what we're doing. Andromeda viability and Nexus thresholds are your tools, your reward, and our future. How can I help?
What's the rundown on AVP?
Much of the preparation in the Milky Way was determined. Thresholds are about capacity, but this is... Points aren't the most elegant system, but it makes it clear. The more you earn, the more we can deploy.
How are you measuring?
It's based on resource estimates and the general stability. The more you achieve, the greater capacity we can accommodate. Simplest explanation, the more you do, the more room we have to grow.
So I decide what groups to wake up.
Absolutely, but there's an... You can't deploy an omelet without first deploying eggs. And eggs won't... Except it's people, and how all our lives begin.
All right, Brekka. Where do I...
The interface is active and will respond only... You may begin shaping the initiative.
Superintendent Cash reminds everyone, all power... All personnel, overtime hours remain in effect.
I only saw the Citadel in bits.
I can't believe it. You're free. Oh, Pathfinder, we have you to thank.
Yes. I'm glad you did the right thing, Ryder.
Make sure you control yourself better in the future, Nilken.
What? What does he mean by that, love?
I'll tell you later. Let's just get home.
Any logistics updates are...
Glad to see you finally. I hear you've been busy out there.
That's one word for it.
If you need anything, come see me, even if it's just a vent.
I was told I should talk to you about the mutiny.
I wasn't on the Nexus when it happened. I started reading up on it, but...
Do you know where Spender was during that?
Why Spender? Wait, you think he...
Maybe. Just trying to...
You know, the logs I did look through showed a few discrepancies. If you're investigating, how about I give you...
Thank you.
Anything else?
Bye, Kandros.
You and me both.
Weekly injury
Ryder,
report.
I'd like a moment.
Casualty rate matches
Yes?
projections.
That's me. I'm putting together Apex strike teams to protect the people in We don't have a good sense of what we're up against, and could benefit from your experience.
I'll have Sam upload our insights on the Ket, Remnant, and Outlaw forces we've encountered.
Thanks. You'll see. Apex...
Weekly injury report. Casualty rate matches projections.
Colonial Affairs, please advise Director Tan of your status.
Weekly injury report. Minimum casualties. A good week.
Colonial Affairs, please advise Director Tan of your status. Hydroponics reports oxygen production is nominal.
A correction? Is it a factual? Pathfinder. Wow. I'm Davis. I'm trying to file a story.
Hey, Chinna.
I had an editor. Now, beyond a freelancer or two, I'm it. All that stands between freedom and tyranny. Or...
It must be difficult to...
No, it's easy. Beyond the lack of staff. Still, I'm getting there. May have an honest-to-goodness source.
Who's your source?
No journalist worth their salt will ever give that up.
Who pays for you to do this?
Technically, H&S is an arm of the initiative, but sometimes the higher-ups try and tell us what to broadcast. Tan. It causes friction, but at least I can live with myself.
Were you a journalist?
I was. Sort of. Only had a couple internships under my belt. The plan was just to work as a reporter out here. Then the uprising happened. Tan blamed our broadcasts for stirring unrest. It was bullshit. Now all I want to do is keep going.
I met another journalist.
Yeah, we're running Carrie's series, Path of a Hero. I'm mostly on my own, so pretty much content is king, and her content is really touching a nerve. Hey, it seems like your job takes you... If I send receivers to your ship, would you mind placing them on some planets? It'll help get news out to even the most far-flung colonists.
What do you need from me exactly?
I'm digging up good stories here. Our long-distance transmitter sends package data between ships. I need someone to place receivers and boost our signal. We only have a few, so they need to go on planets with people.
Okay, Dave.
Great. Just place a receiver near an outpost.
Superintendent Cash reminds everyone, all power
It's
grid
you.
adjustments must be approved beforehand.
Vetras told me all about you. Well, not all. I should probably get back to work. It was real nice meeting you, though.
What work do you do here?
Oh, I just monitor comms from colonists. Note it down, pass on a report to Sean.
Important?
I know. It's nice to...
I'll let you...
Maintenance crews, please report to the commons area.
Huh, this file won't play. Sam, can you boost the quality?
Processing. Playback initiated.
Wait, is he handing something over to one of the mutineers?
Take this. It'll help the armory. Don't...
I am sorry, Pathfinder. This backup file is corrupted. The audio tracks are heavily degraded. Someone may have deleted the original, and this version was restored during a system-wide reset.
Sounds like a cover-up to me.
I concur. While I cannot restore any more audio, the location appears to be Kadara.
How do you figure?
In common parlance, lip reading. I do not recognize the location from any current data. It appears mountainous and populated. We will need to find the planet before I can confirm. I will contact you via my node.
Let's go confront him.
Hydroponics reports oxygen production is nominal.
Ryder, is it? William Spender. Apologies if we...
Running colonial affairs?
That's right. Assistant to Addison. So we know who does all the real work.
There's evidence tying you to some pretty shady things, Spender. I saw the footage. You were handing something off?
What footage? From Gavorkum? Routine business meeting. Whoever you're talking to clearly has an axe to grind. And frankly, a Pathfinder shouldn't be wasting time on a witch hunt.
Colonial affair.
hull. The victim's name has been withheld until next of kin in the Milky Way is notified. This is HNS. Top scientists have few answers, as the dark energy anomaly known as the Scourge limits travel and communication in the cluster. This is HNS.
Once we gather a few more colonists, we'll be taking you over to the Nexus. You'll need to clear immigration.
Oi, Pathfinder.
Why's that?
A large shipment of medical supplies intended for Prodrome. Scouts confirmed they've divvied the supplies up among their own outposts.
I'll see what I can do about reclaim.
That would be... maybe when you come across them, ask.
How do you feel?
Harry, what's happening with Sarah?
Well, we got her out of the pod. I don't want to get your hopes up, but Sam managed to, find her, you might say.
I don't follow.
Well, she's still in a coma. But she also has an implant like yours, and Sam managed to access it. He's made contact.
I wouldn't think that's even possible.
You and me both, but Sam, well, I guess...
They're in a coma. Sarah's mental...
So, if...
You can ask her yourself. A moment while I proceed.
Sarah?
Scott? Is that you?
There was a problem with your stasis pod. You're in a coma, on the Hyperion.
I think so.
Sam linked into your implant, but they say you're stable. You're safe and sound.
This is so weird. I hear... Where's Dad? Is he doing okay?
I don't know how to say this, but...
What?
It was a freak accident.
But... it's Dad.
I know.
I didn't get to say good...
No one did.
What about finding home? Dad kept telling me how beautiful it would be.
There's been some... complications. The Golden Worlds didn't exactly deliver.
But... Dad said...
Sarah?
Am I...
Sarah, I'm...
Her pulse rate is increasing.
I need to go now.
That's enough. It's too stressful.
Sarah...
Are you sure you want to do this?
I am. It's for the best.
What's for the best?
I'm putting Nilkin here back into stasis.
The conviction was overturned, but everyone still treats me like a murderer. I just want to go to sleep and wake up when things have blown over.
Sure. Run away from your...
Ryder, that was a hell of a thing, talking... Can't say I really bought into the whole Sam implant, but, well, that was pretty amazing.
I don't know.
I know what you mean, but everything seems weird at first. Just takes getting used to. And if it can help my patients, I'll keep an open mind.
So you and Lexi...
You know that moment when you realize... Ha! So it And she's one hell of a doctor. She'll serve the Tempest well.
That's all, Harry.
I'll be here.
Top scientists have a few answers. The dark energy anomaly known as the Scourge limits travel. A ray of hope for sleep-starved residents. Maintenance begins on malfunctioning sun lamps, causing unending daylight in some Nexus quarters. This is HNS.
It's you. You, Pathfinder.
Is there a problem?
Your father is my We're all paying for Alec Ryder's ego. He preyed on Jean Garson's trusting nature. Now she's dead, and we'll all soon follow.
This might be my dad's mess, but I...
Talk about ego. You're no different. Go to hell, Path.
Pathfinder?
What about your family?
I left some friends and distant relatives. I love piloting. But I like the idea of going...
Why did...
honestly...
Nizzo?
Captain Dunn. Of all the I've always been a wanderer at heart. When she asked me to be her pilot, how could I say no to the adventure of a lifetime?
How do you feel?
Hopeful. Someone's got to keep the positivity coming. Good luck.
Ryder, this new station leadership I'm hearing about finally let you...
Looks like...
Took him long enough.
Will you be bringing Hyperion?
That's my job. We're keeping it to specific but with outpost settlement starting, we'll soon be able to wake up more.
Welcome back, Scott.
Dr. Arbordana at the tech lab sent some...
I'm ready.
Transferring them now. Hey, what the... Sam!
Malicious code detected. Please stand by.
Sam?
Attempting to countermand malicious code. Please stand by.
Is there anything I can do? Sam! Is that another malfunction, or... Sam, you trying to show me something? Okay, I think I got it. Sam, talk to me!
Hello, Pathfinder. Please initialize the console to restore normal operations.
Sam, what happened?
The equations contained a Trojan horse program, a virus. specifically targeted to sever our connection and render me helpless. Reconnecting would be impossible.
You'd need a crack AI programmer to create a virus like that.
Yes. Only my unique adaptions.
Unlock the door. Let's head to the tech.
By the human Pathfinder proved his innocence. This is HNS. A violent illness related to multiple passengers are still employed.
Sure glad I went to school for this. Thanks for nothing, education.
Isn't contaminated?
I'm certain, Professor.
Welcome, Pathfinder. Did Sam solve the equations I sent?
Solve them? They almost brought down Sam Node.
The equations contained a virus designed to target artificial intelligence.
You think Never. I abhor violence against any life, organic or synthetic.
Then how did the virus find its way into your equations?
Perhaps my files were altered or replaced. But why?
I've seen a lot of down with AI sentiment lately. Graffiti, complaints to 10. Perhaps someone took the next step.
Why would anyone hate...
Synthetic life has different needs and motivations. Many fear what is not understood.
If graffiti is the best they can do, maybe they could use some artificial and...
Entire species were driven into exile by AI they created, champ. That leaves a mark.
Attacking Sam is bold, though. I wonder if there have been similar...
The AI kiosk was busted this morning.
Artificial intelligence is a threat to all... Detecting Pathfinder.
Hi there. Excuse the educational stuff. I hacked... So, our virus set you free. Hope you're doing better without that AI jammed into your head.
Who am I talking to right...
A friend.
Pathfinder. It's possible they don't realize their virus failed.
Hello? Ryder?
Yes, I can't believe...
Knight says human AI merging is a threat to all life. Oh, Knight's our founder. The virus wouldn't exist without her.
I should thank Knight and...
I'll ask her. She might... Can't promise anything, but...
A whole movement of AI-hating hackers, with a leader called Knight.
She and her followers...
Wow, where did you find those? Never... I think they're straight from the milk...
You again.
Fallout from the recent uprising as security tightens across the sectors of the Nexus. Director Tan stresses that it's quote, for your safety.
Welcome to the Vortex.
Oh, it's you.
Free drinks for Pathfinders. I'll make sure of it.
Construction and repairs
All systems green.
Oh, the ship manual's useful. That leg of my workbench needed propping up.
If you bothered reading it, you'd know that the Tempest is an orchestra of new tech. You can't...
I got this ship launch ready in record time, Callow.
And you don't have a shred of respect.
Callow?
Oh, Ryder. What can I do for you? But he forgot to lock his terminal and... For 2 days, poor O'Connell was convinced that turning on all the batteries... I'm all out of stories for now. Sorry.
What do you...
No, if I gossip anymore.
How's it going? Mutinies like cancer. Feeling okay?
Oh.
I'll be here if you need me.
Hi there.
Any more?
That's all I can share, anyway. I miss them. I'll be here.
I've seen a... Things are gonna be interesting with you around, kid.
Doesn't matter what life throws.
You keep that going, you just might live as long as I have. Minus 0 at the end.
Now that we've been digging, it's clear you were right.
Guy like that'll do anything to get ahead. Just wonder how far he went.
Got any stories or advice?
Does a pyjak scratch its...
Tell me more.
Shoot stuff and don't die. Always works for me.
Hello, Scott.
Messing with that vault feels like early brain surgery. Talk to me. I know it.
I always have time for you. You know where to find me.
Hey, ya. What's shaking?
Thanks.
You know it. Just some light scatter from ice in the Scourge.
I'll recalibrate the sensors for bloody nuisance cloud. System, home of Eos and Prodromos. Descent is green.
Coordinating. Path is calm.
I've located a suitable site for an HNS receiver, Pathfinder. Nav point is set. Detecting above normal radiation levels.
Vetra? What's up? You keep sighing.
Do I? Sorry. Sid called and asked if I can get her a timer, metagel, and 15 pairs of socks. That can't be good.
Experiencing radiation damage. Radiation levels within acceptable limits. Life support restored.
Sam, another memory trigger?
Yes, though my memory array remains locked. Additional triggers are required.
Mayor Bradley.
Pathfinder, good to... We're busy as anything, thanks to you. It's worth it when it's your own.
Let's not drive people too hard. Rough enough getting...
Nothing you see here came from cracking a whip. You go do what you need to on the Nexus. Follow that dot. There will be more to do on EOS later. Some key positions: Connor Supply, Ramirez Medical, Abrams. With them and my major domo, we won't end up like Site 1 and 2.
The first two outposts didn't have a chance. It was clear to everyone on the ground.
I saw the brief. I'm making... You changed this planet. But that doesn't make it easy. Good people, every last one. I'd have been honored to fail with any of them.
Looking back isn't a good use.
Keep is generous. We have to start. Hang it where the Nexus can see. It's touched the soil of... Make it real. Nexus must be waiting, Pathfinder. Relax. There will be more for you on EOS after you get back.
Any insights?
I only work with...
And the other?
I only work with Addison.
So your job to...
The initiative was... Outposts deal with Addison. She deals with the others. That... As long as we meet our obligations to the Nexus, what we...
Tell me...
I joined... A niece on Earth. We... didn't talk after my sister passed.
It's a shame we drift apart like...
Yes, well... We stay out of people's grief.
My father? Your sister?
We stay out of people...
What is that?
Shit. The thing is, you and your father, every initiative species, everything we build begins with... So yeah, we stay out of people's grief.
I don't think deny...
Didn't say... What's that? That seems like it fits anyone in the initiative. Honored to lead them, for as long as they need me. Not much to report. We're making life up as we...
We'll talk...
Oh, and Pathfinder. Maybe...
Radiation levels are severe. Seek safety immediately.